Hey everyone, Microsoft reported fiscal year 2024 second quarter earnings results that didn't really impress the market. The stock was down slightly after announcing the results. However, much of that could be due to high expectations from Wall Street about Microsoft and the guidance going forward, not so much about what happened in the current quarter. So what I'll do in this video is review Microsoft's latest earnings results, and I'll update my recommendation on Microsoft stock. Remember, coming into this quarter, I had Microsoft stock rated as a buy, and so you're going to want to tune in to see if I'm changing that recommendation, upgrading it to a higher rated buy or downgrading it to a hold or a sell. So you're going to want to tune in to see if there are any changes to my recommendation.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
On the top line, Microsoft revenue was $62 billion, which increased 18% compared to the same quarter last year. And this quarter, this earnings results came out January 30th. More impressively, operating income increased by 33% to $27 billion. $27 billion in operating income, and that was up by 33%. And I've been talking about the impressive profitability for Microsoft, operating income of $27 billion on revenue of $62 billion. You can make a rough calculation there and notice that nearly 50% operating profit margin for Microsoft. Not only does the company dominate the computing market, that allows it to generate strong profitability, and Microsoft has been excellent at increasing its profit margin as it has increased its revenue. Additionally, Microsoft benefiting from AI. Its investments in OpenAI and ChatGPT has allowed Microsoft to infuse many of its products with AI. CEO saying that we've moved from talking about AI to applying AI at scale. By infusing AI across every layer of our tech stack, we're winning new customers and helping drive new benefits and productivity gains across every sector. Microsoft has been on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. It's infusing its products, and that's helping drive sales growth for its products worldwide. And you can see that with the revenue increases here. Looking at its business on a more segment level, you can see across the board its growth increased except for Windows devices. These are things like the Microsoft Surface tablet, not a very important part of Microsoft's business overall. The most important part of Microsoft's business, in my opinion, is Windows OEM and Windows. This is what drives the rest of its business. If someone buys a Windows-based computer, Microsoft tends to generate more revenue down the road by advertising, by selling other services, by selling the Microsoft 365 product, by selling other things that are related to the computer being a Windows computer. So that's the landing part. That's where it has dominant share worldwide. The Windows operating system is by far the most dominant operating system, and that's what allows Microsoft to grow into other areas like the Office 365 product or just the 365 product overall. And then businesses as well. If a business is buying Microsoft computers or Microsoft Office based computers, Windows based computers, then those businesses are more likely to install 365 and other Windows based products. And so it's a core part of the business. And I was surprised to see 9% growth in Windows and 11% growth in Windows OEM for Microsoft's most recent quarter, which ended on December 31st. Remember, this segment had been declining for most of 2023 because many of the businesses and individuals that wanted to buy computers already bought them in 2020 and 2021 when the work from home trend multiplied, right? When people started working from home and learning from home, it no longer became enough to have one computer for the whole house. You needed one computer for every individual inside of the house because everyone needed a computer all day long for learning or working. So that created a surge of sales of Windows-based products and computer-based products overall, which then created a gap, right? Because if you bought one, you don't need to replace it. On average, between 4 to 6 years is how long a computer lasts, according to data in the computer industry. So that created that gap, which I didn't think was going to start rebounding until 2024 at the earliest, when people were starting to upgrade those computers they bought in 2020. So this is coming earlier than expected, and it's a welcome sign for Microsoft and Microsoft stock investors. Additionally, its cloud segment increased by 24%. This is an extremely lucrative segment, one that Microsoft is battling with Amazon, the leader here. And Microsoft's cloud is growing faster than, I haven't looked at Amazon's earnings just yet, but in the most recent Amazon quarterly report, its cloud segment increased by 12%. So Microsoft is growing at twice the rate of Amazon's cloud segment, and that means it's gaining market share. So we'll see what numbers come out from Amazon when it reports earnings later this week, but it's unlikely that its cloud segment grew anywhere near what Microsoft increased. So Microsoft gaining market share in this regard. Overall, I like what I saw from Microsoft. Excellent revenue growth, excellent profitability growth. The segments that I was most concerned with, which include Windows and Windows OEM, are increasing sooner than I thought. And the company bought back billions of dollars of its stock in the latest quarter, signaling to me that management still thinks its stock is undervalued. Coming into the quarter, I thought Microsoft stock was undervalued or slightly undervalued. I wouldn't say the stock was cheap. I thought it was undervalued. So after these results came out, I still feel that Microsoft stock is undervalued. And so I'm maintaining my recommendation for Microsoft stock. I have Microsoft stock still rated as a buy following these earnings results. If you liked the video you just saw and you want to see more just like it, please subscribe to the channel. I can't keep this channel free without the support of viewers like you. And if you're already subscribed, thank you, and I appreciate your support.